Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I don't have an awful lot planned today and I thought I would just spend the day with you, show you what I get up to. Hopefully it won't be too boring, but I thought, yeah, I would just do a day in the life and just show you what's going on. The sun keeps going in and out of this window, so if I start glowing and then I go dark and then I go really shiny again, then I do apologise, because the light at this time of year is just not helpful. It's obviously better than winter when it's just dark all the time, but at the moment I think Mother Nature just seems to have got herself very confused and she doesn't really know what to do with herself. Sounds like me, to be honest. So yeah, we're just gonna go with it. I may look nice and presentable on the top, but I am still very much in my pyjamas on the bottom half. So it is going to be a comfy day for sure. I think I'm going to take a trip to B&M because I'll be honest, it's next to a really cheap petrol station and I need to go and get some petrol. Yeah, I'll go and have a look in there. I've seen a few hauls going on recently and I'm pretty sure there's some good stuff in there at the moment. You might remember the last time I went to B&M, there was a really noisy plane in the sky. The last time I went to B&M, it was a little bit of a disappointment. I was hoping to find some Easter stuff, and even now I still don't really feel like they've had much in for Easter. I haven't really seen anything at all, but generally it looks like there are some nice bits, so I think I'll take a trip there. I also want to potentially go to the garden centre at some point because we have a couple of pots outside our front door which I put some cute like autumn plants in. They're looking a bit sorry for themselves and they're looking a bit rubbish, and to be honest they only come out in the autumn, so I think I might relocate those, or there's one that I think is pretty much dead that I've neglected, if I'm honest, that I'm just going to take out, and I'm going to get some spring summer plants to go in there. I might get this name completely wrong. There's a plant beginning with D that's a really good perennial flower to have that works quite well in pots as well, and it stays quite compact, it doesn't spread loads, and it makes really pretty flowers, and it begins with D, but I can't think what it's called. But I'm gonna get some of those. When I actually remember the name of it, I will put it on the screen because I'm just flipping useless at names. We all know that by now. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna chill around the house. I want to try and get into the swing every weekend of just spending a little bit of time having a clear out, because we still don't officially have like a move-in date or an exchange date for the house that we're buying just yet, but we're in kind of the checks stage, the draft contracts and the solicitors kind of speaking to each other and doing their soliciting, if that's a word. So we're kind of in that stage, but in preparation, before we actually start thinking about slowly packing things, I want to go through the stuff that I have got and have a bit of a clear out, like more of my clothes. I need to be really ruthless. I need to just be savage with myself and just get rid of loads of clothes, and things like makeup, body stuff. Under my bed, I don't even know what's under my bed. There's a load of books that I've already read. There's boxes of random things that, to be honest, I don't even remember going in since we moved into here last February. Just random bits like that. So I think I might have a bit of an organise today as well. I'm going to get the bottom half of me dressed so that I can go out to B&M, because I don't really want to walk around the shop in my pyjamas. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I'm going to go and get that done, and then, yeah, we will head off. I'm ready to show you what I bought, because I did get a few bits. It's not the most exciting B&M haul you've ever seen, but I got a bit of a mixture actually. There wasn't anything I specifically needed, but yeah, had a bit of a mooch around. You would have seen some clips in terms of what I saw. There were things that I liked that I didn't buy because I really don't need them right now, and the point is that I'm supposed to be having a clear out, not a buy loads of things and fill the house up. So yeah, I will show you the bits that I picked up. First things first, this is probably the most boring bit. I needed to get some more baking paper, and I also needed to get some more kitchen foil because I've run out of both. And weirdly, I don't know why, but I seem to be doing a lot of baking at the moment. I'm really not sure why. I'm not a baker. I've never really enjoyed baking, but all of a sudden I do. So yeah, I needed to get more baking paper. Sticking to the kitchen theme, I also picked up one of these fridge storage trays. We do have a drawer in the bottom of our fridge, which is technically for fruit and vegetables, but it is really big and the overall size of our fridge is quite small. So we end up putting other stuff in there that's not fruit and vegetables because we can't fit it in the top. So I figured this will sit nicely into one half of that drawer so that I can put all the loose fruit and vegetables and whatnot into here, and then actually be able to use the other side of the drawer for something else. So yeah, that was £3.50. One thing I did spot, which you would have seen whilst I was pottering around, was they have a nice new candle range. I think there were 3 different names of candles. There was Restore, there was Escape, and there was something else that I can't remember the name of. I really liked Escape. I thought it would be lovely for a bathroom, and these big candles are only £4, and they had smaller candles like without a lid that were £2.50. But because I want to keep this in the bathroom, I often find that candles that don't have a lid that sit in the bathroom end up getting really dusty because I do quite rarely use them. So I figured one with a lid would be better. Escape is mandarin, lemon and pink grapefruit. They had wax melts of this, small candles, big candles, diffusers they also had in these 3 scents. A few other bits I picked up. I always like to have these in the kitchen for when people come round, because isn't it just so fancy having someone come over and you make them a cup of tea or a coffee and you give them a pack of Biscoff biscuits? That is like ultimate guest goals, surely. So yeah, they're little packs of 2 and I just keep them in the cupboard and yeah, wait for someone to come round. I also picked up just some Mento things for the car. I usually have mints in the car, but they didn't have any. In fact, that's a lie. They did have some, but the only ones they had were extra strong, and I'm not really very good with super strong mint, and also it makes me sneeze so much. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but whenever I have something minty, I always sneeze, and when I sneeze like 5 or 6 times. So when I'm driving and I'm sneezing, it is like I'm literally about to crash, and I'm trying to sneeze with my eyes open, and to anyone looking at me, it must look hilarious. But yeah, I got those, and I'm just going to keep them in my glove box for as and when. And then the last thing I picked up was some more multivitamins, because the ones that I have from Boots are about to run out. I've got like 10 left, so less than 2 weeks left. And I think these were only £1 and there's 60 tablets in here, and yeah, they're specific to women apparently, women's multivitamins and minerals. I've also been looking online at, I know you should never look at anything online for like health stuff, but I was looking online because I heard that apparently turmeric is really good for inflammation, and I seem to be the kind of person that has, for whatever reason, I have quite a lot of inflammation in certain areas of my body. I get it sometimes with my back. I can't really have anything like a massage or a deep tissue kind of thing anywhere near my lower back, because it just instantly gets really angry and it gets really sore. But obviously my back thing is like a long-term problem. The other thing I've kind of picked up on with the lady that kind of looks after me with my skin and everything, which has come a long way, like we are slowly getting there, but for a few months, especially in the run up to Christmas, it was so angry, and I really don't know why, but my skin was so inflamed. And I also tried to do a little bit of research, because I found oh, the sun's just come out and I'm getting blinded, because I found that once the spots went away, they actually like did leave a bit of a scar. Some of it is pigmentation scarring, like I think it's called hyperpigmentation, but some of it has actually left like marks on the texture of my cheeks. And apparently if you're more prone to inflammation, or if there's more inflammation or something like that, I can't remember the exact words of it and I'm no like doctor, but apparently that can make you then more prone to scar as well, where you've had the spots. I don't know if I'd go so far as to call it acne. I really don't know. It was just really angry spots. But hey, it's getting there and it's definitely calmed down. But I figured I might just see if there's some kind of supplement that I can take to help with inflammation in my body, because I get the feeling that kind of as soon as I do have something done, like a facial, or when I have my microneedling done, it instantly brought out angry spots again. So I think I do just inflame quite easily. So yeah, apparently turmeric has a certain like component in it that is good for inflammation. If anyone else has heard that, then please do let me know. That is everything that I picked up. So I'm going to pop these bits away in the cupboard because they definitely don't need to stay in my bedroom. And yeah, I think now that the sun has come out temporarily, there's kind of there's blue sky on my left, and then on my right it's a huge grey cloud, so I don't really know what's going on, if I'm honest. I think I'll pop to the garden centre, grab some pretty flowers and yeah, get them into my pots. Right, it is garden centre time. I told you I'd make use of these quite quickly. I'm going to take them out of the packet actually and pop them into my glove box. Oh gosh, are they going to melt? I don't think so. Is that a really silly question? They'll be fine. And one for the journey. I'm really debating getting one of those car bins that I keep seeing on Amazon, because I've just got wrappers, I've got about 1 million car tickets in my car. I've got, what's this? Home Bargains receipt. My car just gets filled with things because I'm in the car so much. So I actually think I'm going to have a look on Amazon a bit later. Got Mento in my mouth. And maybe have a look at one of those car bins, because I think it would come in useful for someone like me. So tempted to get this for Ronnie. I think James would kill me. He has way too many toys. I just think it's so cute and it squeaks. The garden centre was a success. I actually got here and realised that the kind of branding that this garden centre has always been has now changed. So it looks like they've been acquired or bought by, Hillier garden centres, which is a shame, but it looks like they're still keeping like certain parts of it. It looked similar but not quite the same as what it used to, so it looks like they're going through a lot of changes. It wasn't all quite finished, so it was a bit hectic in some places, but I got the plants I wanted. I picked up 3, and I also thought I'd treat myself to a Calming Lavender Bramblewood Soap Co. Bath Fizz. It looks like it's handmade in Dorset, which is nice because I always like to support handmade companies and smaller companies that you can always find in garden centres. So yeah, I think over the next few days, oh, look at the sun. I think over the next few days I will enjoy that at some point in the bath. But yeah, I'm going to head home and get planting. I'm already prepped in my planting gear. I know it's lightly coloured, but this is my like dog walking gardening attire, and this is just a very old jumper, so I won't get anything dirty. Garden centre trip is done. Planting is done. I did keep the labels from the plants just so I'm super clear, because I sometimes get forgetful and I really want to take care of these and not kill them. The word I was looking for earlier was dianthus. They're a good plant for me, I think, for someone who isn't as experienced with gardening just yet, because they're reasonably easy to look after. They're perennial. As long as you keep them watered, they do quite well. And also, dianthus seem to last quite well over the year. So they'll flower in spring, they'll stay flowered in summer, and I think they flower in autumn as well. So it's only really winter that they don't have flowers. So they always look really pretty. So I went for Pink Star, which was my favourite. I thought they looked absolutely lovely. They've got like a really, really light pink outside and then a deeper pink inside. I'm just loving pink at the moment, clearly. And then I got violet and pink as well, which you would have seen. And then I also got some white lupins, which I've never had before. A delightful compact lupin producing tall spikes of pea-like white flowers over lush mid-green foliage, a great choice for attracting pollinators into the garden, perfect for planting in patio containers or sunny borders. So I thought, I mean, I don't know how high they do grow, but they would kind of add a bit of height to the pots and make it look quite nice. And you would have seen I kept like some of the ivy in there as well. Literally managed to get soil everywhere. Can you see it on the carpet? How have I done this? How is there soil everywhere? I'm gonna have to hoover that up. So one thing that I do want to get done today, like I said earlier, is have a look at the bits that are under my bed and see if there's anything that I can just get rid of. The light in here is horrendous because it keeps getting light and dark, but we're just gonna go with it. So I've pulled out some of the books that I do have, and there are even more under my bed, which I need to dig out. I don't know if it's just me, but I get really scared going under my bed. I don't know why. I think I have like a big fear of the unknown. Oh my gosh. I had to really stretch to get those. I feel like I've got a bit red in the face trying to get all that. Okay, I think there's still a couple more under there, but I have a serious pile of books and I do not need to keep them all. I thought I'd show you a few that I do have because some of them are my favourites. And I do actually go back to them from time to time. This is the book that I'm currently reading that I've actually borrowed from a friend. How far have I got? Oh, I'm over halfway, actually. I'm here in the book. This is the second book in one of the Colleen Hoover series. I'm sure loads of you have seen it because she is a very popular author, especially at the moment. I am enjoying it. I go through phases where I don't read for ages and ages and ages, and then I go absolutely bonkers and I read like no one has ever read before, and then I just stop again for ages. And I'm in a period at the moment where I've stopped and I want to get back to it. I'm actually going away for the night for work again really soon, later this week, so I'm going to take this with me and I'm going to try really hard before I go to sleep when I'm there to read some of this book. I also have a few books that I read during lockdown, which I really enjoyed. They aren't fiction books as such, they're more kind of mindset books, self-help books, I think they're technically called. But I really enjoyed them. One of my favourites that I go back to a lot is Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. I think he has actually recently brought out another book as well that I haven't read yet that I need to. But this is a book that I often restart every January just to kind of give myself a bit of a refresh for the year. This is where I got to. As I said, I've been a bit rubbish reading this year. But what I like about this book is that it's split into so many different sections. So depending on what it is you kind of feel you want to read up a bit on, or you feel you're kind of lacking or you're kind of struggling with, then there's 100% a section for it in this book. There's stuff about relationships, there's stuff about career, stuff about work, stuff about life, stuff about mindset, friendships, family, like there's all sorts in here. And it definitely is a good book if you're someone that wants to work on your mindset a little bit, but then you're not really into all the kind of spiritual stuff like the universe and loads of like manifestation and things that you kind of maybe struggle to get on board with in that sense. This is a nice way of explaining it in normal terms, as I call it. Oh my gosh, this is one that I actually found when I was in Turkey on holiday. They had like a book swap thing going on in the hotel. And again, I'm really bad at finishing books. I think I almost finished it and I didn't, but it's a nice like feel good wholesome book that's just easy to read, like sat by the pool or something, called The Lemon Tree Cafe. And then yeah, I just have, oh gosh, I just have a bunch of others. So I think the ones that I've read that I don't anticipate ever reading again, to be honest, I'm just gonna get rid of. I'll give them to charity. And I'm going to pop them in a bag because they really don't need to move with me. So yeah, let's sort these bits out. One thing I've also just done, I'm feeling in a productive mood now, excuse my suitcase in the background, ready to be packed, is I've had a bit of a sort out of, if you can see, all of my drawers that I've kind of got going on here. I've always had like drawer organisers in here, just like inserts that I got from IKEA, but they've never been particularly organised. And what I've realised is I actually have a huge amount, I can't even get it out, I've got a huge amount of like spares. There's actually just a ridiculous amount in here. So I've basically organised them so that all of my spares are all in one place. Because one thing I have a really bad habit of doing, and James is the same, but he doesn't even know that they exist, is whenever we run out of like shower gel, hand wash, body lotion, anything like that, we always just pick some up when we go and do the food shop from the supermarket without realising that we have so much in the house. So I want to kind of have it as a little pot that we go to when we run out of something before we then go and buy some more. So yeah, I've got all sorts in here. I've got room spray, I've got shampoo and conditioner, which would be really good for travel. I think that's James's, to be fair. I've got loads of body wash. I've got some of the White Collection body wash. I've also got some Sanctuary Spa body wash with jojoba beads. That sounds divine, actually. I think I might keep that out. What else have I got? Laura Ashley hand and nail cream body lotion. I think I got that in a set. More shower gel, more hand cream. Oh, I've got some of this that I got from my friend for, I want to say it was Christmas. Is some of this Brazilian bum bum cream. I've never tried it, and when I heard about it I thought it was just cream for your bum. But it's basically, it says fast absorbing body cream, helps visibly tighten the appearance of skin. So to be fair, I think it's just like a nice skin, like it's more for skin texture. I need to try that because I haven't opened that yet. What's in here? Body butter, body lotion. I literally have loads. I've got some of my skincare top-ups in here as well. So I have another one of my Beauty Pie Japan Fusion serums. I haven't actually been using this recently. It is really good. Like, I used to use it in the morning. I need to put some of this down. I used to use it in the morning because it gives you the most gorgeous glow in your skin. Like, it is amazing. It basically just gives your skin a drink, makes it glow, makes it like dewy and shiny if that's what you like, and it is fabulous. But the only reason I just haven't been using it recently is because I've been using very particular things on my skin to try and calm everything down, so I just don't want to overcomplicate it. But I do have one of those spare. I've also got some of the Beauty Pie Super Retinol Night Renewal Moisturiser spare, which I am using, I would say, every 3 days at the moment. So on the days where I don't use my active acids, I've got like a salicylic acid serum that I use. I'll use this instead because retinol is really good for skin texture, and I'm hoping also skin brightening to try and get rid of some of the marks on my face that I think I spoke about earlier. So yeah, I've got a spare one of those. I've got a bunch, I've got a bunch of spare razor heads for my Eastrid razor, which I use all the time, and it is fabulous. I've also got a spare moisturiser. This is my night moisturiser from Beauty Pie. Oh, what's this? This Works Deep Sleep Body Cocoon. Ooh. A multitasking, use nightly after bathing and before bedtime to restore and nourish the skin whilst you sleep. Oh, that sounds nice. I've got another serum from Illumiere, which is the stuff that I'm using at the moment. This is the Ultimate Boost Serum. It's basically just a serum of just wellness for your face. It's kind of, I think some people might call it a barrier serum, but it's really hydrating, it's really lightweight, and it basically just boosts your skin. Yeah, it is like a barrier serum. It boosts your skin's barrier over the day, and it's got lots of goodness in it. What's this? Peach Skin Vanilla Mani Pedi Mask. Ooh. Apply generously to clean hands and feet. Leave on and relax for 15 to 20 minutes. Ooh, might do that. And some heel balm. So I've got some foot bits in here as well. So yes, there is all sorts going on in here. But now that I have grouped it all together, how did I fit all of this in? I honestly don't know what I did. Some of it's just going to have to stand up, I think. Oh my goodness me, there is so much stuff. I'm actually quite glad you can't see. But right, that is everything in there. So that can go into my drawer. And I now have a spare section, which makes me happy. I think I'm just going to go and chill out now. I'm not going to do anything interesting. Probably until James gets home later. I'm going to go and put my feet up, and I really want to start watching Encanto because I haven't watched it for ages. I've only watched it once, and I'm going through a bit of a Disney phase at the moment. I'm just obsessed with watching Disney on Disney Plus. I have these phases. Sometimes I want to watch loads of like dramas, sometimes I want to watch documentaries, although not as often. Sometimes I want like a proper thriller, although I hate horror. And sometimes I just want to watch Disney because it makes me feel good and it makes me feel a bit nostalgic. So yeah, I think I might go and start watching Encanto because why not? So this is my super easy chorizo pesto mozzarella pasta. This is just so quick to make on an evening where you don't have much time or you're not really in the mood to make something, and it also makes a really yummy lunch the next day. So I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 10 minutes and then it will come out with the cheese looking nice and golden and delicious. Dinner is now done and it was very yummy, and I have a nice portion to have for lunch tomorrow as well. We are going to cozy up on the sofa now and find another film to watch. I did finish Encanto earlier and it was amazing. I think potentially we're going to watch The Greatest Showman. We don't often watch films together because one of us ends up getting distracted or one of us falls asleep, or we just can't focus that long. But we're doing all right this week. For some reason we seem to have got into the films, so yeah, I think we'll probably put The Greatest Showman on. But I wanted to say thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. I hope it wasn't too boring, but this was just a typical weekend day in the life. My next video, which was going to be this one, but it got a little bit delayed just because of the timings of things, is going to be a Q&A. So if any of you have any particular questions, whether that is about my home, whether that's about me personally, or interior, or anything, my favourite XYZ, then please do ask and comment down below and I will make sure to include it in my next video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any other videos. It would mean the absolute world to me. I am slowly creeping towards 1,000 subscribers and that would just be such an amazing achievement for me. So yeah, we'll see you very soon. Good night.